The NFL 100th season will go down in history as one of the most confusing and also hilarious season the NFL has in store, as the San Francisco 49ers takes on the Kansas City Chiefs in the Joe Montana Bowl. Things are heating up as everyone in the NFL are rejoicing that the New England Patriots dynasty has ended, and also a new football league which is coming right after the Super Bowl. Let's rewind and look back on the NFL 100 season. So today, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the NFL 100th season, we are going to talk about an individual who has been headlines throughout the 100th season of the NFL. It's not good news, but it's still a lot of bad news. And this person's name, you might know him, Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has had a problematic year. He had a fallout with the Pittsburgh Steelers, which resulted in Antonio Brown having beef with teammates, calling them out, which the Steelers were in rumors to trade him to the Buffalo Bills, which ended up not happening. It was just rumors around the league. So Pittsburgh decided to send him over to the Oakland Raiders, which the Oakland Raiders general manager regrets for trading him. Then he went over to Foxborough to play with the New England Patriots, but he only played one game, and that one game was against Miami. And right after his big day playing for the Patriots, he had allegations from a former trainer of his up in Pittsburgh. Later down the road, he ended up having problems with his baby mama, which kicking her out of the house. Then he went on to making music, which I'm going to say this, I don't recommend listening to it. He went from being one of the top players in the NFL to now feuding with Logan Paul in a potential boxing match. Hold up, Clayton. You're telling me that Antonio Brown is going to have a boxing match with Logan Paul, the one who lost to KSI? Oh, it's true, ladies and gentlemen. He is actually going to fight. But before we move on, this is one of the tweets that Logan Paul tweeted out to Antonio Brown, and I had a laugh of it. He says, "I'll drop you faster than the Patriots." Enough Antonio Brown talk. Let's get on to the main point of this video, is what are my thoughts on the NFL 100th season? My thoughts on this season was I loved it and I hated it. So let's get into the love part. I enjoyed the games. I enjoyed some of the NFL 100th season games. I enjoyed the New Orleans Saints versus the Houston Texans, which, holy crap, it was a shootout between Drew Brees and Deshaun Watson. Oh my goodness, I would pick that game over the New England Patriots versus Steelers game. But yeah, that made me laugh. But seriously, like Drew Brees managing the clock and letting Will Lutz kick the game-winning field goal. My goodness, I was on the edge of my seat during that game. And that's one of my favorite games. That's my number one. My other favorite game was the Seattle versus the 49ers series. It went back and forth. Oh my goodness, their first encounter? Oh, wow! Seattle wins it by a field goal. Then their second encounter, and it was right before playoffs. Holy moly. That was amazing. Another thing that I liked about the NFL 100th season is that the playoffs. The New England Patriots dynasty has ended in the hands of the Tennessee Titans. Not gonna lie, I did not expect the Titans to beat the Patriots. I thought that the Patriots are gonna come back like they always do and win. But wow, congratulations, Titans. You guys trolled Foxborough. You trolled the New England Patriots by doing the false start during the kick, and you're making Bill Belichick lose his mind. Oh man, I was laughing. As a Steeler fan, I applaud you. And everybody in the NFL applauds you on beating the 6-time Super Bowl champs. I want to applaud the Patriots for making me laugh. Not because of them losing. No. That's my second thing that I laughed about the Patriots. The first thing I was laughing about the Patriots is you guys filming the Bengals. The Bengals, who is 2-14? Wow, that made me laugh. I'm like, are you guys afraid of a Bengals team that is 2-14? Like, sheesh. Seriously. And you guys are saying, oh, it's for a documentary. On what? Spying on a 2-14 team? But you guys still beat the Bengals. Like, seriously, why? Filming a 2-14 Bengals team and calling it as a documentary. Wow. Okay, enough talking about that. Let's go back to Thursday Night Football back in November. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cleveland Browns. Boy, oh boy. Myles Garrett was about to make Mason Rudolph sleep forever on national TV. So, yeah, I gotta say this. Browns fans, I know you guys are watching this, and I did see the footage. Yes, Pittsburgh started the fight. Mason Rudolph put his foot up Myles Garrett's baby maker. Then it escalated into Myles Garrett ripping the helmet off the head of Mason Rudolph and smacking him in the noodle, the noggin, or whatever you like to call the brain, which ended up having Myles Garrett suspended indefinitely throughout the rest of the 2019-2020 season. Mason Rudolph had to pay a fine, and both teams had to pay a fine. Then it instigated where Browns fans are trolling Steeler fans with a Mason Rudolph piñata, a Mason Rudolph ornament, and a Mason Rudolph tree topper. Then whenever the Steelers and the Browns face each other again, Pittsburgh made shirts in response to the Cleveland shirt saying Pittsburgh finished it. Now I am done talking about the Steelers and the Browns, and speaking of the Browns, let's talk about you. You guys, oh my goodness, back in middle school, 2016, after you guys almost went 0-16, I said this to my friends, that in 2020, the Browns are going to the Super Bowl. And once the 2019 and 2020 season came around, you guys picked up Odell Beckham Jr. You guys picked up Kareem Hunt. I thought you guys are going to go all the way to Miami to win the Super Bowl in 2020. That did not happen. Oh my goodness, that did not happen. And I even talked to my friend's dad, who he said that in 2020 the Browns are going to win the Super Bowl, but did not happen. But hey, there's always next year's Browns. There's always next year. Now we are going to talk about the things that I did not like about the 100th season of the NFL. Everyone could agree on me on this one. The one thing that I did not like about the 100th season is the officiating. It's still terrible. And everyone, you guys gotta agree with me. We were banging our heads off of the darn wall or the darn coffee table after hearing the referee's pointless call. Then the overtime rules. And I think the NFL should adopt the NCAA's overtime rules, but it's the NFL. They're not going to listen to the fans. I have a question for everybody. Should the NFL adopt the NCAA's overtime rules? Let me know in the comments below. Also, I have an announcement. The NFL says that Bill Vinovich, the one who cost the Saints a trip to Super Bowl 53, is going to officiate Super Bowl 54. Twitter even responded to this announcement. They did not want Bill Vinovich to officiate Super Bowl 54 because of the pass interference call in last year's NFC Championship game, which cost the Saints a trip to Super Bowl 53. Whenever I told my dad about Bill Vinovich officiating Super Bowl 54, he's just like everybody on Twitter. They do not want him to officiate this year's Super Bowl. And speaking of this year's Super Bowl, we have two new performers in the halftime show. And this year's halftime show is Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. And everybody kind of is not going to watch the halftime show, which probably everybody does not. It's the time to relieve yourself from eating all that food. But here's the thing. I'm actually excited. I love Jennifer Lopez and Shakira's music, but I'm more into Shakira because, hey, these hips don't lie, baby. I love Shakira. As we are gearing towards the offseason, there are a couple things that are going into mind. There are rumors going around that Tom Brady is leaving Foxborough due to his Instagram post and Twitter post. What do you guys think? Is Tom Brady going to stay with New England, or is he going to go find a new team coming towards the 2020-2021 NFL season? And everybody is speculating where he's going to go. So, yeah, I want your guys' opinion on where Tom Brady will end up, if he's going to stay or if he's going to go. As we are prepared to say goodbye to the NFL 100th season, we are now prepared to say hello to a brand new league and a new football season. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the XFL is here to save the day, to save you from those football blues. What is the XFL? Well, it's a league founded by WWE's president and current operator, Vincent Kennedy McMahon Jr. Back in 2001, the NFL didn't have any competition, so Vince McMahon came up with a football league, which is totally different from the NFL. And boy, it was. There were cheerleader locker room cameras, promos, wrestlers that are appearing on the show. Pretty much Vince McMahon made a league where his wrestlers can come on and talk about it, and then the next day on Raw they can say, oh, if you see in the XFL, The Rock called out Stone Cold Steve Austin to a match. So yeah, they're gearing to come back, and I got a question for you guys. Do you think the XFL will become successful? And the rules are already out, so yeah, I'll leave the link to the rules in the description down below, and let me know if the rules are okay or not. And pretty much the XFL is going solid because they have former college players, former NFL players, and pretty much players with like football experience are going to be in this league. And it's way different from the previous one where they had nicknames on the back of the jerseys. This time it's an actual league with different team names. And you can see on the screen right now, these are the different team names for the XFL. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this wraps up my video on the NFL, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to support the channel, please subscribe because we're on the road to 2,000 subs. Also, don't forget to follow my Instagram. It's _real_Clayton Sheasley_, and my Twitter is @Clayton Sheasley. If you guys want to follow me for some updates on what videos I am going to be making. And also, don't forget, comment down below to say what's your favorite part of the NFL 100 season, and what was your favorite game out of every game in the 100 season. Well, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.